On behalf of the people of Kenya, I want to thank Your Excellency and the people of France for their continued demonstration of confidence in our country through your continued investments in Kenya. Your Excellency, my administration has prioritized the transformation of our transportation infrastructure in our country, our aim being to ensure that Kenya is seamlessly interconnected through an efficient network of modern roads, railways, ports, airports, as well as waterways to support a growing and competitive economy. We have already invested significant resources in the construction of our standard gauge railway that runs between Mombasa, Nairobi into the western part of our country, the first phase between Mombasa and Nairobi being already completed. And as we do so, we're also seeking to develop the commuter rail infrastructure and other public transport corridors that provide efficient, secure, and accessible means of transport. We are now in the process of revamping the commuter rail network, developing a bus rapid transport system that we hope will lead to lower traffic fatalities, reduce pollution and congestion, and as well as an overall reduction in the cost of public transport and a happier citizenry. As I was mentioning to you before, Mr. President, Nairobi is a city whose daytime population is now approximating 7 million people. So with residents of about 4 million, that is 3 million people moving in and out of the city every day. So it is necessary for us to make this investment. Furthermore, the modernization of our public transport will also open up new areas of development, allowing families to acquire affordable and decent homes in areas that were previously inaccessible. As part of this commuter railway, we as a government have already invested some 10 billion Kenya shillings for the rehabilitation of 4 existing lines that have the heaviest passenger carrying potential. Nairobi Central, we've just gone through them and you've seen them. And the investment so far has also provided for the acquisition of refurbished diesel multiple units and the rehabilitation of the meter gauge railway network, as well as the development of new stations along the corridor and building a public transport network that straddles from Roiro to Athi River. Indeed, today we welcome the deliberations with the French consortium to construct a commuter rail line running from Nairobi Central Station, which is where we are, through Eastlands to the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. An implementation study is ongoing, though taking too long, and we have agreed what's going to happen with that. And we have agreed that this line will be delivered through a public-private partnership, and this will support our administration's focus on decongesting the city. A properly functioning urban commuter rail system, bus rapid transport system in our cities, and particularly here in Nairobi, will help completely transform the lives of millions of urban dwellers, as well as make Nairobi a better and more wonderful experience both for our tourists and visitors. Our target is to have 500,000 urban commuters moving freely daily within the next 12 months, and the number will grow to over 1 million daily commuters within the next 5 years. These targets that we have set for ourselves will not only change the urban experience of Nairobians, but will also help us meet our commitments to the Paris Agreement on climate change, as well as help control pollution and pollution-related diseases in our city. In conclusion, Your Excellency, the Kenya Railways network, previously known as the East African Railway, has been in operation since the beginning of the 20th century and has facilitated significant economic development in Kenya and across the East African region. The East African Railways defined Kenya's development corridor and transformed a large part of our country's landscape into productive agricultural, industrial, and urban development. By providing an efficient and reliable mode of transporting freight and people, the East African Railway form the backbone of Kenya's economic and social transformation into a modern formal economy. I want today to thank the government and the people of the French Republic for partnering with us in enhancing the transport system in East Africa's busiest and most iconic city, which is Nairobi. And I believe that together, Mr. President, we shall build quality, resilient, sustainable infrastructure that will meet not only the needs of current generations, but also future generations. And I'm counting on the support and us working together to achieve this, though, as we have said, we're also encouraging, especially our government officials, to work much faster in bringing these negotiations to a close, so that at the end of the day, we can provide our citizenry with the development requirements that they need without necessarily wasting too much time on red tape and protocols. Let us get to work. We want to see us breaking ground and moving ahead in the shortest possible time.